A big update for Chris Brown. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, Anglophile. And as I told you last week, Rihanna's abusive ex-boyfriend was arrested in Manchester, UK. The newspaper The Sun tipped off police that the violent musician was in the country. And there was an outstanding issue that needed to be addressed. His arrest and ultimate charge was for great bodily harm, which in the UK is a super serious offense because pew-pews? No. However, Brown was accused of getting a bottle and smashing it over the head of a music producer at a club in London back in 2023. In fact, a prosecutor told a judge that there was security camera footage of Chris Brown committing this heinous act. That landed the music producer that was his victim in the hospital with serious physical damage. Because of that and his status, the judge deemed him a flight risk and denied bail. However, a different judge in London today let him go free. He was still being held just outside of Manchester. That means he didn't show up to court in London. However, there are a few conditions and things that needed to be done. First, Brown had to pay $4.5 million in bail immediately. He now has a week to pay the remainder, an outstanding balance, which is an additional $2.2 million. This is to secure that he will show up at his next court hearing next month in London. Today's ruling was granted at the Southwark Crown Court. It should be noted that Brown has yet to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty with regards to the 2023 attack, of which the government has evidence, video proof that he committed that crime. No plea tells me a lot. According to the conditions of his release, he will be able to embark on his tour, which is set to begin in just a few weeks. Yes, that does mean that Brown will be able to leave the UK. ... with a lot of strings. He's only allowed to travel for the tour. Otherwise, he has to surrender his passport. How nice! Seems like some celebrity privilege. Listen, I'm consistent. I said he should have been released from prison. I didn't deem him a flight risk, but I think a more appropriate recourse would have been to keep him in the UK and, as much as possible, fast track a trial. But luckily for him, his team was able to pay off the judge. I mean, he found a very lenient new judge. Judge Tony Baumgartner dictated a few additional terms. The court must know at all times where he is at, where he is residing. He cannot seek documents to leave the UK and is unable to reach out to his accuser or visit the club where the alleged attack took place. They don't want any witness tampering. His tour kicks off June the 8th in Amsterdam, and his next court appearance is June the 20th. Upon being released from prison today, he took to social media to write, "From the cage to the stage." From the cage to the stage. Yeah. Seems to me like he's boasting. Maybe they should have kept him in prison. In July, Chris has concert dates in the US and Canada. There is security camera footage. What will his fans who blindly support him say if that's released? If he's found guilty? If found guilty of GBH, great bodily harm, he is facing a maximum sentence of 5 years. He'll probably do what? 1, 2, max? Maybe even none. Celebrity justice. What do you think will ultimately happen? What do you think should happen? And what do you think about what has happened today? Let's discuss it all in the comment section.